Okay, hello everyone. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Phantom team, wherever they went, maybe they left. Really like what they're doing. We're kind of going down a fairly similar vein. So my name is Mikey, this is Matt. We're working on a project called Triality. Our goal is to bring education to the Starknet ecosystem and challenge developers in a bunch of fun ways. I'm sure most of you, especially if you're technical, have realized that it's pretty tricky to get onboarded into the Starknet ecosystem, much more challenging than joining most Web 2 languages. So Matt and I, when we left the Web 2 world to join the Web 3 community, we decided we would scour the internet for things to learn. And one thing we noticed was there wasn't a bunch of good documentation amongst the community, most of the community. So we were like, what can we build? So we'll get to our initial build of our project in the end, but for now we're going to talk a little bit about the education modules we're delivering for the Starknet ecosystem. So we released, I think about a month ago, a analogous learning module course to crypto zombies for anyone who learned Solidity via the Loom browser experience before you get into diving deep into your VS Code and coding your Solidity contracts. So we decided to build Cairo mummies. Right now it's pretty early. We just have some early modules. We're always looking for anyone who has ideas or contributors to content, but we have all the infrastructure in place to create modules on a whim. Basically what it is taking you from building your first main functions in Cairo, and then eventually we'll be all the way through building complex functions and even your own smart contracts, culminating in like a ERC 721 contract. And then most recently, for anyone who's been in the Starknet ecosystem for a while, you've probably done Starklings, or if not, and you're coding well, good for you. I think most people went down the Only Dust Starklings training route. So we worked with the Only Dust team to make sure they were cool with us bringing it onto our site. And now we have a browser implementation of Starklings just released today. So at the end, we'll share some links for people to be able to learn online. And one thing just for everyone, we just got it out. It's really, really slow, really, really slow. So just be patient. We're working on the performance issues. They should be good within a week. I'm gonna let Matt speak to the demo that we just put together.
Yes, we have a quick video that we can show. So this is our site. It's completely in the browser. We have all the modules, so if you've done Starklings, it's pretty much the exact same exercises, starting with your basic syntax, moving on to strings, recursion, everything. And there's no setup, you just go directly here in the browser, and we have the to-do, so you go, figure out what you gotta do to make the test pass, and if you try to modify any code outside of the to-dos or where it says do not modify, then it won't let you submit the answer. So you have to explicitly write the code where it says the to-do. Once you do and you hit verify, then you'll get the result. And the idea is to generate some kind of proof or verification that you've completed certain exercises. So of course Starklings is an introduction. So we want to build challenge questions and things that are a lot more complicated than just the basic introduction courses. So that's what's coming next.
Yeah, and so just to follow on that, so we are, anyone who has any ideas, whenever you play with the site, feel free to shoot us messages, comments, critiques. We're trying to build the infrastructure, but hopefully the community can help us a lot with content, because the content's kind of the key to the community being able to learn, which is why the Phantom idea is along those similar veins of just everyone working together. We'll have some new courses coming out in the coming months as well, more modules for Starklings. We've just done the first half to try to get something out for today, and much more in the Cairo mummies. So the newest thing that we wanted to introduce to the community is this idea of like challenge questions. So anyone coming over from the Web 2 world, you've probably been on sites like LeetCode or Code Signals where you've learned how to code, picked up badges, all owned by a central server, but you've picked up badges and you've like learned like programming languages, Python, JavaScript, Java. We've built in a verifiable Cairo runner, so you can specify public and private tests, and then you can basically work through challenge questions, making them as difficult or easy as you want, giving scores to them and allowing the community to answer these questions. In part of our site already, we have the idea of global unit tests if you need help with anything you're struggling with, and we'll get to that in a sec if you want to go on. So that was like our interface for what it would look like when you were answering a question. If you want to be the creator of a challenge question, or if you are looking to create interview prep for onboarding developers to your company, and you want to make sure they have like Cairo experience or can just do certain basic tasks in Cairo, you can build your own challenge question with title, context, and basically all the tests you need. And on our platform, it'll instantly spin up a testing instance, and then anyone can sign in, perform these tests, and basically get feedback. And what we're working on is just finishing up this end-to-end testing. This will be out probably within the next month. And everything's going to be stored on chain. That's the goal. So you'll be able to build your own personal public resume on chain of questions and answers you're able to describe. So how fast we're keeping tabs on how you do compared to the rest of your peers. So if you're able to solve problems in a more expedient or gas efficient method, if you're able to solve more of the tests correctly than other people, you'll be given attributes that can be queried all via the, for now it's going to be testnet, and basically build your own public resume of what you're able to solve. Lastly, if you have any questions, later we'll give you our social media, but we have an online forum, a decentralized forum, where you're able to ask any questions that you want. Say you're tired of scrolling through Telegram chats or Discord channels, you can just come ask questions on our site, and we basically will, us ourselves will either answer the questions, or parts of the community will help answer the questions that you have. And we are building towards a fully decentralized moderator system on our forum, so you're able to build bounties, ask questions for free or with bounties. So if you need an answer quickly, you're able to pay for it. If you're not, you can use it just as the normal Web 2 flow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're a young, agile company. Let us know what you think of the site. If there's any things you'd like to see, we'll spin them up, we'll get them built quickly. Most of our site has come from a lot of feedback from the community, so we really appreciate everyone giving us feedback all the time. Check us out on Twitter, and if you have any questions, let us know on Discord. And yeah, Matt and I will both most likely respond. So thank you.